Houston, we have a problem.
Yes! What you gonna do? 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 What you gonna do?
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of things that's been going on in the world of professional wrestling. A lot of changes being made, right? And there's been a lot of rumors in regards to, championships changing and maybe merging and separating and getting new designs and things of that nature. But ladies and gentlemen, here on the Wrestling Realm, we are going to unveil to you some brand new championships. So last week, the Wrestling Realm got a phone call, and we got them at three separate moments, three situations by someone, and they say, "Listen, are you available on this day?" Now, this individual doesn't say anything usually. He doesn't usually, if he's asking for us to show up, or me personally, or us individually, it's for a reason. I said, "Hey, by all means, what do you need? What do you need, brother? It's a good brother." Mm-hmm. So I'm I get a phone call, and I'm late. I'm riding around town, and I pull up to the spot, and he opens the door, and I walk in the door, and I see the good brother sitting there. I'm like, wait a minute, brother Hugh's there, and Brian Nixon said, I don't know if they knew they were coming or they knew they were going to be there at some point together, but I know when I pulled up. So when I pulled up, I was like, oh, the brothers are here. Okay, so we was in full effect, the Wrestling Realm, and we walk into the room, and we were probably gifted one of the most thoughtful and most spectacular gifts that we have ever received from anybody, as far as the brand and as far as the Wrestling Realm is concerned. Brandon Guy, we call him Brandon the Guy. He decided to do a very kind gesture. Like I said, a good brother. He's been on the show. He's going to be on the show again. He's a reoccurring member of the Wrestling Realm. He showed up, and he gave us. We originally thought he was going to give us just some replica titles that he was going to, just get rid of as he was making upgrades because he's a belt king. Look at that. And so naturally, he had three separate belts available for us, and we were surprised to have them. And we were so happy that he was just getting rid of replica titles that he was going to upgrade, and we were just being grateful and gracious about that. But he pulled the complete okie doke on us, and he surprised us with our very own custom Wrestling Wrealm Championship titles. Where's the photo? There it is right here. Bam. Look at that. Hold on. That's just.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Wrestling Wrealm would like to present to you brand new Wrestling Wrealm Championship titles.
Oh yeah.
Special thanks to Brandon the Guy. Look at these beauties.
Check me
out.
See that?
You see that?
Mm-hmm. Look at that. She's sexy, ain't she?
Look at that. So we would like to personally take this time to thank you, brother Brandon, publicly in front of the world as we unveil these new championships. Yes, he designed these championships custom for us personally, to tell a story. And each of us can probably go into what we like to do. But as you can see, we have multiple plates, and each thing kind of tells something different about who we are as individuals as far as his brand. If you don't know Brandon Guy, he was a part of the Wrestling Realm from the very beginning. He used to do our independent report, and he's a guy who has traveled the road with us over and over again. And I mean, we couldn't be more than grateful and thankful that he provided us with these championship belts. If you're looking to customize a belt and you need help with belt creation and design, I would definitely hit him up. We can put his information up here later, but we wanted to go out here and just unveil to the world the brand new Wrestling Wrealm Championship titles. So just once again, before we get into it, this is what it is. So when you see us in public, so if you see my plates have you know, the Wrestling Wrealm logo, the signature side logo, and the main logo on the center plate. And this is the 10th anniversary logo right here. And if you look at my other side plates, this is the very first Wrestling Wrealm logo that I designed. This is where it all began. We had to come up with something. We wanted to be professional, and this is a part of our history. For my title, he decided to show the history of the Wrestling Wrealm. And as a designer and as someone who has designed all these things, man, I just it's such a masterpiece to see your work kind of highlighted, and kind of now this is like a trophy. This solidifies, you know, what we've done. And look at this, the city of Baltimore is where we're from. You know,
Yes, sir.
born and
Yes,
raised.
sir.
This will always be in us, no matter where we go and how we travel. You know, we'll always take that with us. But I mean, this is the story that he wanted to tell with mine, and this is the most amazing like thing that anyone's ever done for me outside of, you know, loved ones and families, man. But he's a good brother of ours, and we couldn't thank you enough for these, man. This is just amazing. Like I said, if anybody wants to be a part of anything like this, please hit him up. He can design. He can get you good rates, all that stuff, though. But yeah, I'll let the rest of the brothers, Pride Nature brother Hugh, jump in by any means, and by any means, excuse me, and go ahead and just kind of speak on your particular titles and what you think about it and all that good stuff.
I'm kind of going back to where to when he gave it to her. I was
Yeah,
speechless.
it
Like,
was
I
an
literally-
emotional day. It was.
I literally didn't speak for like 20, 30 minutes. And Brandon was just kind of like, oh my gosh, he's not talking. And I'm like, whoa, this is beautiful. Like nobody's ever done anything like this for us. But hey,
Right.
man, bless you, bro. Bless you. That's all I can say, man. I appreciate it.
Right, Niche.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I just want to say, like, you know, huge shout out to Brandon for I've been, you know, me and Brandon knowing each other since 2000 and all the way in high school, and just the instant click. And it all started with, oh, you like wrestling? And the first thing I found out, if you know anything about brother Brandon, is that he is the biggest Jerichoholic, number one. And I will bet my bank account on that there is not a bigger Jerichoholic
That is
than
true. That is true.
BA_ guy. And you know, my particular championship, you know, it has the city of Baltimore, it has the side logo, but right here it says proud wrestling fan. And y'all know the story. If you know, this is the can I curse?
Is it not your podcast?
This is the shit I got made fun of for years.
Woo!
And
That's
Talk to
real.
him, B.
and
Talk your smack, B.
it finally, like, you know, I've been very vocal that in the past year that I've, you know, finding this community, you know, seeing people, you know, like Mimi, like Justin, just did WrestleMania. Mimi wrote an article that included the Wrestling Wrealm. Justin, you know, supporting us, Taquan, every
Justin.
week, you know, we never even heard Taquan's voice.
Sure enough.
But you know, and you know, those wrestler girls was in the chat. Stephen Michael, all these people, you know, been blessed to be able to meet these people, and we've all had this thing in common. And you know, but like prior to meeting everybody, Brandon was this person that I could always go to and have a wrestling reference to anything. And it was like, all right, Brian. It was never, all right, Brian, that's enough wrestling. Brother Hugh, the same way, from sixth grade. And I always I always go back to that one fateful day in the spring, the first semester day of the spring semester 2011. My friend Danny was saying, oh yeah, he got a wrestling show. And I was like, ain't the time to talk about that right now. And there's this guy who's standing 6'6" and just the coolest guy in the room says, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And I turned around like this. You like wrestling? Oh, yes, sir. So I handed him this broke down business card.
The only one you ever had. Who
I
has
had
one?
more.
Bro, I said, you got any more business card? Oh, no, that was the last one I had.
That was the
I'm like, don't tell me he bought one business card. You got a sample.
Yeah, because I printed it myself. And that's when I met the real Dwayne Allen, y'all. And every day, you know, I was at Morgan State last week and I should have took some pictures. As Brandon say, 6'12", but I should have took some pictures because it was like that moment. Like we created the Wrestling Wrealm at Morgan State on the corner of whatever that street is. Now they got signs and stuff. They didn't have no signs. It was just a blank building in communications where we was degreed at in broadcast, and I think Dwayne's is telecommunications. So we know what the hell we talking about. But yeah, and like I said, when it comes to brother Brandon Guy, the guy,
Brandon, the guy.
I mean, I could go on and on. I got countless belts because of this guy. My first independent wrestling show back when the Canadian Destroyer wasn't a setup move. We got to see that in person. So tomorrow on Patreon dropping, I wrote out the story. I'm gonna make this one free. Y'all gonna get this one for free because I want everybody to see how much it's gonna be a story called it's already written. But it's like I got a belt and talk about the first time I got my first championship belt from my uncle.
That's gonna be good. I've heard the story. I don't mean to cut you up. I've heard this story 1,000 times, and you know what? I'm feeling nostalgic. I'm like, man, I want to hear this again.
Did you ever see that belt? I don't remember if I still had it by the time we met.
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
It was in the basement, your mom's basement when we were.
And it's like coming apart.
Project. Yeah, it was taped together like hardcore title style.
Yeah, 94, man. My uncle gave me to my grandmother. Said, "Ask your uncle, can you have it?" And I was like, he gonna say no. I said, "Troy, can I have this?" Yeah. So
we traded toy belt stories. So that's how I remember because I had a story too.
And so
maybe I'll start writing for Patreon. I just thought about something. Go ahead.
Look, and Justin's in the chat. He's a proud Patreon of the Wrestling Wrealm. We definitely appreciate that. But I have the story written. I didn't want to put it in the text because I didn't know if it was gonna show up as drafts, but that's coming out tomorrow. So I just want to say, Brandon, love you, brother. Appreciate you. I know I was long,
man.
Yes, sir.
Man. Say your piece, God dang it, shit. Don't apologize for nothing, man. We talking about brother Brandon. He deserves every last bit of it. And we're gonna do something else with these titles. There it is. Let's give a man a round of applause.
And then, just because,
there you go. He deserves it. We're gonna do something else special, and he's also going to get his own title too. He's going to design his own special Wrestling Wrealm title. He's like Bray Wyatt. His ideas are always all over the place and enough to bury him. So
the Belt King.
Yeah, he's
because y'all haven't seen what we see.
Oh yeah, when we get permission from him, we're going to show you his belt room with his collection. It's extensive, but I said, we're going to keep on saying thank you. I don't care who drops off, but we're going to keep saying thank you, brother Brandon, for these wonderful gifts, man. Like these are milestones, these are trophies, and I couldn't be more appreciative. But like I said, we're going to you're going to have more pictures of these. They're going to go on our social media. We'll probably clip this off, man. We took a few photos. So just to give you a small preview of some of the photos that Brian took photos of his, just to get a better look at it. And we'll do more, as time goes on. My apologies to the people that can't see this on the podcast, but catch it on youtube.com/the Wrestling Wrealm. So this is just quick image of all three of our titles and different like that. But one of us decided to go up and above. He wanted to go up and above the Call of Duty, and brother Hugh really wanted to really show off his title. I mean,
that's what I do, baby. That's what I do.
And I told him we would let the fans see it. So this is brother Hugh wanted to take special photos for his title, and this is just what he came up with. But ladies, I think this is for you. That's saxophone music. So there you go. So brother Hugh want to show off his title a little bit different than everybody else's, man. But brother, hey, you had every right to do so. But
yes, sir.
Like I said, brother Brandon, thank you, sir. We appreciate you again. So you got to see these belts kind of in the show, out the show periodically, in and out of the spots. So
that's a whole can of cocoa butter right there.
No, it looked like it, brother. It was nice. He was nice and tan. I can tell.
Right,
bro. I said, "Oh yeah, this is."
Oh, come on, Taquan.
This is gonna bring some eyes.
I was over there. I was looking like a rotisserie chicken.
You was looking like a. Oh man, but man, like I said, we're gonna jump right into the show now. I know we're about 26 minutes in, but we're gonna jump right into it, brothers.
The best thing that happened in wrestling all week. What you mean?
Right,
I mean
absolutely.
that's why
We
that's
got
why
belts.
that's how it started out. This is a dream come true. Like,
Yes.
we talking about getting replica belts. Now we got our own. Look at that. This is. Can you imagine when we pull up to anybody's event, hint, and just pull up like, "What's up, everybody? What's going on?"
Right. It's a wrap.
But
This show wasn't born for the weak.